Hey guys, this is my riding routine or my Groom tack up and ride with me. Today I'm going to be riding Scout, so I'm going to tie him up by my trailer. I start by taking off his blanket so that I can start grooming him. It's been super cold and hot, which has been really weird, but it was cold today. After I hang up the blanket, I decide to start brushing him with my normal brush, but he likes to lay down and roll a lot, so he had a lot of shavings and just some spots on him that I needed to use the plastic curry comb for, so here I am switching it. And I really work on his legs. Like I said, he lays down, so his legs were the worst, so I worked really hard on them. If you have a horse that you're going to put leg boots on, you need to make sure that you get everything off their legs before you do, so that nothing pushes anything out of place and you don't end up with a bowed tendon. So here I'm going over his whole body with this plastic curry and really working on the spots where I can tell he laid for a while and getting the shavings out of the part of his mane that sticks over onto this side. I also needed to get under his stomach because he had a lot of shavings there, and here I am working on one of the harder spots on his back leg. Finally, I could switch back to the normal brush, and then I started on his tail, just brushing it to try and get the shavings out. And then I needed to re-braid his hair, so here I am taking out the old braids. And once those braids are out, I give his mane a good brush and then immediately start braiding them again. And he is so tall, and this makes my hands so tired. Now that he is all brushed off and his mane is braided and pretty, it is time to put on my saddle. First, I start off with a classic equine shoulder relief saddle pad. And I get it up there and put it in the right spot, and then I get my saddle, and he is so tall, so I try to be as gentle as I can when I put the saddle down to not hurt his back, but it is quite the jump up there. I lift the saddle pad up on his withers to give him some relief and start with the cinch. I don't tighten it very much at all until right before I get on. I just have it there to hold the saddle on. And I like my back cinch to be pretty snug so it can do its job, and to avoid any unnecessary accidents, you don't want a foot caught in there or it to turn into a flank strap. And then I picked his feet to make sure there weren't any rocks and just to check out his foot before I got on. Sometimes he's not very good about letting me pick his feet, but I think he knew that he had 2 cameras on him today because he did really good. I won these red bell boots, and this is the first time I am wearing them, and they look so good on him. I'm used to having red horses, so I don't have a whole lot of red tack, but now I might start getting some. Then I put on his breast collar. You want to make sure you attach the breast collar after you tighten your saddle, not before. You don't want the saddle to slip and it be hung by the breast collar. Here I am, very messy with all my stuff, and now that he is tacked up, we are ready to get on. So now that I'm in the arena, I slowly tighten his cinch and give him a few seconds in between every time I tighten it to let him release the air and for it not to be so sudden. And I always start my rides with a decent amount of walking I like to make sure he gets his legs pretty warm before I ask for anything and just to get his feet moving. I pet on him and just try to be as relaxed as possible. After a decent amount of walking, I will ask for the trot, and I post the trot on him because I want a nice extended long trot. I don't want him to shorten his stride. And then I will trot a decent amount because I think trotting is the best way to keep them in shape. This will be his only workout this week because he had 2 sprints last weekend and he's going to have 2 more this weekend. So just wants, make sure he's staying in shape and to get his feet moving, not to let him just sit in a stall, which he gets plenty of turnout, but I do want to make sure that he is still in shape to run. So I trot for a long time this way, and before I stop or ask for the walk, I always sit down before I pull to give a little warning. I don't want to be like, oh, stop right now, because I don't think that is the best way, and I just like to give him a little warning before the speed reduction. Here he got a little excited when I asked for the trot, but I brought him back, and we long trotted quite a bit this way too. Everything I do on one side, I do to the other to keep it very balanced. And then I will let him walk for a minute before I ask for the lope. Here I am loping off. He gave me a really good smooth lope off. And now I will lope this direction for a good while. I also try to get my horses out as much as possible, and I like to ride in all kinds of places, but it has been so rainy and cold that I was only able to ride in this indoor, and I wish I had more space, but this is what we are working with. I lope for a good while to keep his endurance up. Here I stop and I turn to go the other way. I let him walk for a minute before I ask for the lope off this direction, and I pet on him because the last direction was really good. Here I am asking for the lope off again, and I lope for the same amount of time this way, and every time I ride I try to work on being as relaxed as possible because I've struggled with being really stiff and not being able to separate my torso from my legs. So here you can see I'm trying really hard to relax, and I'm letting my arm just hang there and trying to go with the flow of his stride. When I'm done loping this way, I let him walk for a while. I'll give him lots of pets because he did really good. And then that is basically the end of our ride if I'm just doing a normal everyday workout. And here you can see me turning off the camera. And it is so far down. He is literally like 16 two hands, so this was a struggle. This has been my riding routine. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to untuck him and let him enjoy some time outside, and we will see you in this video next. Bye!